How to build your business around your life, not your life around your business. Get that trash out of your life. You have legacies to build.
We grew that business from 3.4 million to 17.1. Horsepower, not horse shit. You want to be the parent that's an ally. They don't need another friend.
Not everybody's cup of whiskey.
Toughest advice for the toughest businessmen.
Be relentless. Michael McLean, nobullbook.com, badassletter.com. On a beautiful, crisp fall morning out at the lake. Leaves are turning. A really wonderful time of year for walking. I think this is my favorite time of year to be outside in nature. The temperature is down. Great to be out here in the sunshine, the early morning. Walking is mental and physical. Remember, mental and physical. It's a chance for you to put in some steps. It's a chance for you to get your heart and lungs going, some fresh air, some sunshine. And it's a chance for you to collect your thoughts, think about your challenges, and also to listen to our golden gut, our intuition, and our creator. So mental and physical training every single day on the road. I have a question that I want to ask you this morning, and it's a simple but important question. If nothing changes for you, in the next 6 months, the next 12 months, the next 5 years, will you be okay with that? If nothing changes for you in the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 12 months, the next 5 years, will you be okay with that? I asked myself that question 19 years ago when I went and transitioned and transformed my life and business. I was a slave to my business. I was trapped inside what I called my Frankenstein company. I was wearing the Frankenstein golden handcuffs, working a death-dealing 60, 70, 80, even sometimes 100-hour work weeks. At the time, it was doable because of my age and circumstances. I was in my 20s. I wasn't married. I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't have children. I didn't have a family. All I had was time. I had time. I didn't have any money. But it was unsustainable. It was unsustainable. Nobody's going to invest their life with somebody that works 80, 90, 100 hours a week, and even when they're home, they're not truly present. Nobody is going to spend their life with someone who is always feeling guilty. You feel guilty if you're home that you're not working, and when you're at work, you feel guilty that you're not home. So I know exactly what that feels like. And 19 years ago, I decided that was enough. I decided that I wanted a marriage. I wanted to attract a person who would support me on my mission. I wanted to have children. I wanted to be in good physical and mental health, regardless of my age. I wanted to coach sports, especially hockey and tennis. I wanted to have the freedom to live anywhere in the world. I wanted to have a nice home. I wanted to have a second home on the water somewhere, a lake house, or maybe somewhere on the beach. I wanted to have my children's college education savings paid for and have that peace of mind, have that money in the bank. I wanted to be able to travel anywhere and anywhere we want it. I wanted freedom, I wanted control, I wanted power, I wanted independence. I wanted all those things that add up to personal sovereignty. And at the time I made this decision to transition my world that way, I had none of that. I had no money. I had no profit. I had no freedom. I certainly had no control. And the worst of it was that I was having no fun. I was having no fun. I've always enjoyed, coaching hockey, when I coach professional hockey, when I coach amateur hockey, when I start a new company, when I build something, when I volunteer. One of my number one priorities is it has to be fun. And if there's a piece of advice that I can give you as a businessman, it's that it has to be your obsession. It has to be a passion. You have to be obsessed with what you're building. And if you don't have that passion and obsession for what you're doing, you're not going to do it very long, and you're not going to end up doing it very well. Not every day is rainbows and unicorns, and not every day you're going to love what you do. And I don't love what I do every day. There's a lot of things that I do in my different work and companies that are things that I don't enjoy. But for the most part, 80% of what I do, I enjoy. And I have a genuine passion and obsession for marketing, for copywriting, creating advertisements. I love teaching, I love coaching, I love consulting, I love speaking. So as you can see, I've designed my professional life around things that I genuinely like, I have interest in, and I have passion for. And that makes things so much easier because business is so hard. Entrepreneurship is such a grind that if you don't have passion and you don't have obsession, if you don't love what you do, if you don't have genuine interest in what you do, then it just all becomes a grind, a death-dealing grind. So 19 years ago, I decided to start doing more of what I'm good at, more of what I like, and more of things that I have a passion and obsession for. And even when I was in a business as stale, dull, and boring as the insurance business, I wasn't in the insurance business. I used my skills and my passion and my inspiration and my love of marketing in the insurance business. I wasn't in there for long writing policies or doing paperwork or paying bills. I did all that stuff my first couple of years. But as soon as I could transition into Operation Money Suck, that's all I did. 70% of my time in the insurance business was spent making the phones ring. That's it. I did two things at McLean Insurance to help us become the number one agent in the country for 7 consecutive years. I signed the paychecks and I made the phones ring. My obsession was marketing, and that's what I spent 70% of my time doing. And the other 30% I spent on stuff that I had to, sales meetings, service meetings, different things like that. But the majority of my time was invested in something that I enjoy, something that I had interest in, something that I had a passion and obsession for, which was marketing, sales, and advertising. And I've done that with the barber shop. I've done that with the hockey team. I've done that with the coaching and consulting. So this Thursday at 2 p.m., I've decided to put on a completely free advanced training called How to Create the Ultimate Lifestyle Business. In 90 days, by the way. How to create the ultimate lifestyle business, badass millionaire lifestyle business in 90 days or less. And I'm going to share with you the journey I took over the last 19 years to transform my life from being a slave to the machine that I made to being a man who was trapped in my own self-made prison. The journey I took from being locked in a Frankenstein machine, prison, whatever you want to call it, where I was wearing the golden time handcuffs, 14-hour days, 16-hour days, 18-hour days, no money, no freedom, no fun, to 6 figures, 7 figures, and ultimately 8 figures in income. Amazing results for my customers and my clients through the years. And also what I like to talk about, you never see it mentioned anymore, is fun. I had fun in the insurance business. I had a lot of fun in the hockey business. I have a lot of fun in the barbershop business. And I have a ton of fun in my coaching and consulting business. And if I have fun, well, guess what? My employees have more fun. Our prospects and our clients like you have more fun. If it's not fun, you won't do it for long and you won't do it very well. So I'm going to share with you my private blueprint that I've used in all these different companies over the last 19 years. I don't build it, I don't invent it, I don't start it unless it's profitable, unless my clients and my customers can get huge results from whatever I'm selling. Whatever I'm selling, it's got to be the best. Our haircuts have to be the best. Our hot towel shaves have to be the best. Our merchandise has to be the best. The beer we sell has to be the best. Our service has to be the best. In my consulting business, my content, my books, my newsletters, my masterminds, they have to be the best, or I'm not going to do it. Same thing in the insurance business. Best service, best sales, best protection for our clients, best of everything. And then thirdly, I don't do anything, I don't touch anything, I don't build anything, I don't buy anything, I don't touch a business that isn't fun. So this is the blueprint that I'm going to share with you this Thursday at 2 p.m. The problem for you is there's only 200 lines. And as you can see, my YouTube following now is over 1,700 businessmen are subscribed to this YouTube channel every day. 1,700. My email since I launched Badass Brotherhood last Thanksgiving in November, our email list started at a few hundred men from my previous company, and now it's in the thousands. I have thousands and thousands, I have tens of thousands of elite businessmen on my daily email list, on my daily video list. I have a massive mailing list from my book. I've sold thousands and thousands of copies of my new book. And I have actually, believe it or not, I have a fax list that I've created because nobody else does it, so I do it. It's a list I control. Most businessmen have a fax, you know, dentists, doctors, insurance agents, real estate agents, financial planners, they still have fax machines. So I have a fax list of almost 900 businessmen, their private fax. So when there's only 200 lines for this training, and half of them were gone after yesterday's video, so we're down to 100 lines. So if you're interested in attending this free training this Thursday, it's at 2 p.m. Eastern. There's no cost to you. It's 90 minutes. If you don't have 90 minutes, don't attend. This is not for people with goldfish attention spans. It's not for men whose brains have been destroyed by, TikTok and anti-social media or the boob tube or cell phone addiction. If you can't focus for 90 minutes, don't take up a line that somebody else will need. You need to show up to this training somewhere. You need to control your environment on Thursday. Show up to the training like a pro. Tell your secretary or your assistant or whoever the hell it is that you are not to be interrupted or distracted for 2 hours. You have your journal, you have your physical notes, pad, pens, like a pro. You take that cell phone and throw it in the lake, or at least shut it off and make sure it's not in the room with you. That's how a pro operates, okay? Behavior of the poor, jumping up, bing, jump, email, jump, text, jump. That's how the poor behave. A pro blocks his time out. So if you're a pro and you have 90 minutes to invest in your marriage, in your business, in your relationship with your children, in the whole enchilada, then sign up at the link below. The link is also in the PS. And there's only the 200 lines. And I'm going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to go through how you can untangle yourself from the mess that you're in. I'm going to show you how you can have almost immediate results, how you can take some small actions on Thursday after the training and you can see some small results in your life already and in your business. Freedom doesn't happen overnight. Autonomy doesn't happen overnight. Personal sovereignty doesn't happen overnight, but you can see immediate results. When I went through this process 19 years ago, that's exactly how it happened. Every day I was a little bit freer. Every day I took another step towards being a free man. Every day I took a step towards being a lion and not a sheep. Every day I just took a tiny step towards building that world of my dreams. My world of my dreams is personal sovereignty. Doing what I want, when I want, where I want, with whom I want, at the cost I want, with whoever I want, on the terms that I want. That to me is my measure of success. It's different, of course, for everybody else. Wow, look at this. So a nice autumn morning. Look at the steam coming off the lake. Is that not incredible? Is that not magnificent? Like, where else? Like, are you kidding me? You tell me that we don't live in the most abundant time in history. You tell me that there's not wealth and opportunity and beauty everywhere. Look at those trees behind me. I still got my boat in and my jet ski, by the way. I leave it in till Thanksgiving because I'm insane. I'm not afraid to put on my wetsuit and go ripping on that Sea-Doo. Everybody's taking their stuff out. So the herd is taking their stuff out, so I don't. It drives my wife Krista crazy. She's like, when is that boat coming out? When is that jet ski coming out? And I'm like, yeah, I'm on it. That bad boy there can go 91. I bought it for tubing and water skiing for Emery. That's what we use it for. It's a rocket. It's a rocket, and you have better control, and it's better than taking the kids behind the big tank. There's a 115 Yamaha on that one, but this one here, 91 miles an hour. So that's it for today. Think about that question. If nothing changes for you in the next 6 months, the next 12 months, the next 36 months, maybe the next 5 years, will you be okay with that? And if your answer is a hard no, then get your ass on that training this Thursday. It's free and it's an investment in you. It's an investment in you. It's an investment in your best friend's secret wife and your marriage. It's an investment in your children. It's an investment in your grandchildren. It's an investment in your legacy. It's an investment in your community and the impact you can have. It's an investment in your personal health. Your number one wealth is your health. Without health, we're fucked. Without mental and physical health, we're screwed. So it's an investment in getting healthier, in getting younger, in getting stronger, in getting more focused. And I'm going to teach you how to tame the cell phone and technology addiction that you're suffering from. I'm going to show you how to tame the cell phone and technology and news and politics and social media, anti-social media swamps that you live in and that you're addicted to. And I'm going to teach you how to turn that all around. I'm going to show you how you become the master, no longer the slave of technology, no longer the slave of your employees, no longer the slave of your customers and prospects. I'm going to teach you how to become the master, the badass king of your world on Thursday. So before the sun sets tonight, make sure that you hug your wife and your children. Nothing is more important, and nothing is more important for a badass king. Every day, our children need to hear from us that we love them and that we are their protector. You're their lion. You're the lion. And they need to hear that every day. If they're away at college, they need to hear that every day on the phone. You need to write them letters from time to time, not emails, not texts, letters. You need to text them. You need to phone them. You need to FaceTime them. You need to invite them home. You need to invite them to do things with you. If your children are teenagers, you need to constantly be inviting them to do things with you. Let's head to the office today. Let's go to the game. Let's go to the football game. Let's go to the baseball game. Let's go for a walk. You want to read this book together and then we'll report back. You want to go for a boat ride. You want to go to the driving range. You want to go to a movie. Anything and everything, whatever they want to do, keep inviting, keep the door open, keep the door open. You think they don't want to spend time with you, or you think that they're not listening, they're listening, and they do want to spend time with you. And you need to know what's going on in their life. You need to be buried in their business. That's your job. Your job is not to be their friend. Your job is to be their ally. I don't care what age your kid is, whether you have young children or you have teenagers or you have adult children. Your children need you every day until at least age 30. Do you realize that? That's the age I coach. I coach children age 5 right up to men at age 28, 29, and 30. And I've never met a 30-year-old person, girl or boy, man or woman, that didn't need their father when they were 29 and 30 still. Hell, you need your father for your entire life if you're present and if you're a protector and if you're their ally. But regardless, they need you as an ally. They have enough friends. They don't need you to be their texting buddy or their video buddy or any of that stuff. They just need to know that you got this, that you got this, that you're the most consistent, most non-needy, most disciplined person that they know. That's what they need. They need to know that you love them, that you support them, and that you don't tolerate any nonsense. That you stand for 100% honesty and transparency, and clear as kind, like the great badass Brene Brown says, clear as kind. With our children, clear as kind. Unclear as unkind. There's a lot of unclear these days. There's a lot of, I'm best friends with my daughter, or I'm best friends with my son. I hear that shit and I want to puke. Clear is kind. They need the truth. They need real love. They need T-I-M-E. How do you spell love? How do you spell love with your best friend, Queen, and your children and your grandkids? T-I-M-E. Time. That's the only way you spell love. Not money, not gifts, not goofing around, not being their buddy. Time. T-I-M-E. And the only way to be a father is a 2-word game plan. Be there. 2 words. Be there. Be there. You don't have to talk. You don't have to give speeches all the time. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You don't have to lecture them. You don't have to talk down to them. You just have to sometimes be there. Just be there. The door is always open. When they're mad at you, your door is open. When they're happy with you, your door is open. When they're teenagers, your door is open. When they're young adults, your door is open. The door is open. When it's 3 a.m. and they're in trouble, the door is open. They can always come to you without judgment. That's ally. That's an ally. And that's how the king rules. When the king doesn't rise, the kingdom dies. And like I said yesterday, as we head into, we're going to have 3 winters coming. We have 3, what I think, 3 years of economic recession coming. It's a correction. It's due. It should happen, and it's going to happen. And our government's not going to save us. There's nobody, no president or prime minister that's going to help you. There's no bureaucrat that's going to help you. There's no doctor that's going to help you. There's no financial advisor that's going to help you. You help your fucking self. So over the next 36 months, 3 years, it's very important that inside your home, that's the only place that matters, the kitchen table. Okay? Not the White House, your house. No teacher, no person at a church, no sports coach, not me. The most important voice in your home every day is yours and your best friend, Queen. Those are the voices that your children and your teenagers and your adult children need to hear. But the voice needs to be consistent every damn day inside your house, and that voice needs to be that the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. How many times do you think your kids hear that in a day at school? How many times do you hear that? The best is yet to come. How many times do you think your best friend's secret weapon hears that in a day? The best is yet to come. They never hear it. They're awash in negativity. They're awash in toxic environments, TV, news, fake politics, bought and paid for social media swamps, emotional trauma, bullying, cell phone addiction. Most of the people around them are cell phone junkies, TikTok junkies. So it's pretty important that inside your home, they hear the exact opposite. They hear that 2020 is the greatest time to be alive. That's what they hear. That's what my daughter and my wife hear in that house every damn day. This lake is a blessing. This sun came up today is a blessing. The steam coming off the lake is a blessing. We also live in the wealthiest time in history, period. In the greatest 2 countries, I live in the greatest 2 countries in the world, period. Canada and the United States, not even close. So I even have that blessing. I live in the 2 greatest countries in the world. My daughter and my wife hear that every day in that house. In that house, I announce every single day that we live in the greatest 2 countries in the world. There's no excuses. You can be down, but you cannot stay down in these countries. Opportunity, we are awash. We are awash in opportunity and abundance like never before. Ever before. With the internet, with technology, with the amount of money that's flowing everywhere, more billionaires than in history, more millionaires than in history, trillion-dollar economy, money flowing everywhere. You just need to know where the rivers, the streams, and the lakes of money are. You just need to know how to attract it. That's something I'm going to talk about on Thursday. But that's a message inside that red lake house every single day. I talk about how blessed we are with the most wealth and opportunity and abundance ever in history. You want to start up, your kid wants to start up an online company, they can do it in 24 hours. They want to start a side hustle, they can do it on the internet, they can set up a funnel, they can do it in 12 hours. You want to have a business that you serve people all over planet Earth, you can do that now. You couldn't do that stuff 20 years ago, you couldn't do that stuff 25 years ago. We had borders and we had restrictions. Now we have unlimited opportunity. When you use the internet for what it's for, when you use social media for what it's for, when you use technology for what it's for, building incredible valuable companies, there's never been an opportunity like it before. I'm not anti-technology. I'm not anti-cell phone. I'm anti master versus servant. I'm anti that stuff becoming the servant of your life. Okay, you becoming a phone addict, a social media addict, an internet addict, a porn addict, a gambling addict. That's what I'm anti. But this stuff here is an incredible tool in the right hands. So that's a message we hear in there every single day. Unlimited abundance, unlimited opportunity like never before in history. So go get it. There's no excuses. You can be down, but there's no excuse for staying down. So if you're down, we're going to fix that this Thursday, and we're going to get you back on track, and I'm going to get you re-inspired and re-motivated and refocused. And I'm going to remind you of why you got into business in the first place. I know why you got into business. I can read your mind. You get into business to be your own boss. So did I. You get into business to be free, to have a nice house, to have a boat, to have a nice beach home, to have vacations, to have nice clothes, to have lots of money, to have freedom, personal sovereignty. I know why you got into business. Is that what you have now? Do you have freedom? Do you have control? Are you having loads of fun? Are you your own boss? Are you a free man? And if you've lost that vision and you've lost your way, we get back on track this Thursday. Enough whining, crying, and complaining. We get back on track this Thursday. Sign up below. 2 words that changed my life. 2 words that will change your life. It only gets better from here, man. Be relentless.